Hello there guys, welcome back. I'm sorry this is going up late. I've been really busy the last couple of days. Fun fact, I had to play Moose while on 3G. I'm not doing graphics this week. It's too late. Also just a bit of an update for you guys. Lucas is only gonna come every second day. I'm gonna sort of cut back as a content creator just because of the fact that exams and trials and HSC and all that fun stuff. But apart from that, before we get into today's match, I want to give a massive shout out to A12, Techno, and Fook, aka Fook is also known as a Lucky Bagon, Techno is Techno Strike, A12 is A12 LA with Medics, for helping me build this team against a really good friend of mine in the FBL, Moose, aka Chilled. Moose is a friend. Moose, I really appreciate you taking a bit of a night off just to come and battle me. Like, you don't know how much that means to me. I did play this on my 3G in the car on the way to celebrate Father's Day, so that was pretty cool. Apart from the fact that we did have a bit of a DC, but Moose was such kind enough to make sure that we play the game. Bloody lowlands of Sydney. So we're gonna sorry this is a postcom, and just massive shout out to Super again for saying that I could do this postcom as provided that the match was played before the deadline. That means a lot to me, man. I know that if you want to take away the 3 differential, I can understand that, but this is the best I can do for you guys. So we have DJ Flips, Bobby, Techno, I think it's Mayo, Zimungus, Adwell, and Candace. This is definitely some heat sets, but I don't want to spoil the heat for you, so I'm going to try to play this really slowly and just try to explain it. So upon looking at team match, it brings Hippowdon, Excadrill, Gyarados, Magneton, Hariyama, and Cofagrigus. Now, looking at his team matchup, Hippowdon and Excadrill can be taken care of by Amoonguss and Diggersby. Amoonguss just wears down Hippowdon. Diggersby can hit anything hard with an Earthquake. I was predicting it to be Bounce Power Herb or Ice Fang Lumberry or Substitute. Analytic Magneton or Magnet Pull. More predicting Magnet Pull, but then again, knowing that I brought Magnet Pull, brought Shed Shell Fortress against Super, he could bring an Analytic just to punish me. Hariyama was going to be an interesting one. I was thinking more AV set. He does reveal later that he's not in AV. Cofagrigus, which I assume to be Toxic Spikes. I'm thinking that he wants to sort of lead with the Toxic Spikes and things like that. I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to go watch it. I'm going to sort of explain. I'm pretty sure I just lead with Diggersby, because Diggersby can sub up against a Cofagrigus, or it can just go for a return. It does lead with the Hariyama, and I'm pretty sure I just switch out for an Amoonguss here, just because the fact that I don't want anything to happen, and he makes the a switch out into his Hippowdon, which was really interesting. I know that he probably just wants to get up his rocks here, so I'm pretty sure I just I stay in for Giga Drain, or I either go out into my Garchomp. Yeah, oh no, sorry, I go for the Spore, so just to stop his rocks and things like that. Sorry, this is postcom. I haven't watched the game again. I'm just doing it just to get it up for you guys. So you go for Spore. He's now asleep. This is actually really crucial. I think he predicted a Giga Drain, but I just knew that Sporing, whatever wanted to come in, would be my best play. This is definitely something I can persevere against, considering I am Clear Smog instead of Sludge Bomb. So I decided just to keep Giga Draining and whittling him down. I know that with the Sandstorm, he's gonna take a lot. He goes down into Dory, being the Gyarados, being Intimidate instead of Moxie. That was a bit of a unique set, but at the same time, I can now go for the Foul Play in case he wants to Dragon Dance, or go for that Bounce. So that way that I'm sort of stopping him in his tracks. Because I assume that they thought I had nothing to touch him, but I do have the Foul Play. If he did go for Bounce, my best play then would be to go into Garchomp or something like that. I was saying this, so just go for another Foul Play, trying to scale him what he wants to do. There's no reason to switch out here. And he goes out into his threesome, aka the Magnet Zone. I guess because he went into he goes into Magnet Zone as I go into Sylveon. Because if he wants to go for another sub, I can just Hyper Voice. But he makes a smart switch and goes out into Magneton, which is a very smart play on his part. I then double into Garchomp, and I'm pretty sure that this is Analytic. Just probably looking at the damage it does. I did have no investment, but either that's Specs or it was Analytic. Let me just show you the calc. So that does reveal his Analytic. I could not calc. I asked Moose if I can calc, but knowing that Moose is such a good friend, I thought, you know what, it's not worth risking it. I decided to just go for my rock, so if he goes down into the bloody Garchomp again, Gyarados, I don't lose anything from that turn. I then just start going for Earthquakes. Not having Standard is really important for me, as I just want to sack this off because I know now that I have a pretty good chance to set up my Lopunny. I know he goes for one there. I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw this turn. I probably should have went for Earthquake looking back on it because Earthquake did more damage, but I don't know why. But I thought Ground resisted ground or something like that. It's pretty stupid, eh? Some bloody dumb Aussie from Aussie. I go for Iron Head there, go for Flinch. I'm like, you know what? If I can flinch him, at least I can wear him down a little bit more, get a little bit of HP more off him. I go into Lopunny here because I know that if I go into Lopunny, it'll bait out the Cofagrigus straight away. And this is the heater set of them all, heated for heater. I go for the entrainment just to make sure that I can't be beaten by the Cofagrigus. Now Moose said that when he was playing this game he was a bit tipsy, so he actually forgot that he wasn't given the mummy. He had the Scrappy. So I decided to go for Power Up Punch this turn, just simply because of the fact that whatever wants to come in is not going to appreciate it. If he wants to go out into his Hippowdon, that's fine. I'll Drain Punch it. I just predicted him to want to stay in and to get him to want to go for the Will-O-Wisp. So, knowing that he's going to have to sack off potentially 2 Mons here just to be able to revenge kill my Lopunny was a massive thing. So I decided to go for the Facade here, which is an easily one-hit KO. And also people will be like, oh, so how can that doesn't work? So Entrainment gave the Cofagrigus to have this stupid ability of Scrappy instead of Mummy. So I could freely hit it. So I still have my Scrappy, I'm +1, I know he's going to go out into Hippowdon. And I'm sort of, when he brings in the Hippowdon, I debate whether I'm not going for a Power Punch or not going for a Drain Punch. And I'm like, I probably should go for a Facade here, just to get a bit of damage off. And then I'm like, I think he's Smooth Rock. So I then the next time want to go for a Drain Punch, try to get as much health back as possible. Because I don't want him wearing me down to the point where I can't do anything. And he switches into his Extra Drill here. And we get a massive hit off. If I was High Jump Kick, it would be a different thing. And it lives on 1. And let me just look up the calc for you guys. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been too off. Because I'm Mega Lopunny. Adamant. Drain Punch. Against the Extra Drill. Sandrush Super. Adamant +1. And I'm burnt. Yeah, so I have an 18.8% chance to KO. What about after Stealth Rock? I have a 37.5% chance to KO. How much would a Facade did? Yeah, Facade would have done less. But like having that Drain Punch there really made it clutch. I got it back up to full. If I was running Quick Attack, it would have been a different story, but I don't. And I wanted to save my Lopunny for later, because it could just potentially set up again. And having that 140 base Facade really helps. And it just puts more pressure on him. I go out in Diggersby here. As I said, I couldn't calc anything, but I know that I could revenge kill it with my Sneasel. And I saw that Diggersby was my most viable sack. Looking back on the game, probably Sylveon, but Sylveon just stopped the sub Gyarados from hanging. I go back out into my Lopunny here because knowing that nothing really wants to touch it. Because then it's threesome. I'm sort of like, it's analytic, but there's no point trying to switch out into Sylveon. I know it's specs analytic, so I knew that I was going to try to bring something. Probably second Diggersby meant that I couldn't have a nice and easy switch. I lose my Lopunny there, but I just know by getting massive damage off, it just automatically shuts something down. Pretty sure I go into my Sylveon, no, go down to Sneasel here because I just want to go for the knockoff. I could have went for Pursuit, but at the same time, there's no point. I just wanted to knock someone's item off. He goes down into Brock Lesnar, and I'm like, okay, interesting play there. Moves. I went out into Hariyama, probably fearing the aerial ace. So we knock off Brock Lesnar's Smooth Rock, which is pretty helpful now. You know, but that's alright. Alas, poor Yorick. Go for Ice Cream Crash. That's another death. He then goes out into the Hariyama. And I'm sort of just like, okay, this is looking pretty comfortable. It's a 3-3. He has Hariyama, which is asleep. As soon as Hariyama goes down, means that Amoonguss can then put something further to sleep. I just go for the knockoff here because it's my most powerful move. And it does a bit of damage. I know that now that the Flame Well's knocked off, it's Guts, and it's not, what's the other ability? It's Guts instead of Thick Fat, which means Sneasel can Ice Shard. I go for the Ice Shard there, just because I know that it could potentially go for Bullet Punch, and I didn't want to lose my Sneasel at the expense of nothing. So Sneasel doesn't get a kill there, but it goes for an Ice Shard. So this is probably where one of my smarter plays. I played very smartly against Moose, which is a rarity on my channel. Oh, you played smart against someone. That's pretty rare. He goes down into threesome, but knowing that it's choice perks, I want to go for the Ice Shard here, just so I can sack off my Sneasel, but just get that vital damage off, and just see what he wants to go out into. In hindsight, I probably could have gone out into Sylveon, but I really just wanted, just in case it wasn't Specs, because as I said, I couldn't calc while I was on the road. I thought, I just want to go into Amoonguss. I don't think he has a HP Fire. I can just go for a Giga Drain. I can go for a Giga Drain. He's forced to Volt Switch. The Ice Shard means that it dies upon switch in, and I can just freely get rid of this Dory and clean up nice and easy. Bob A was really important, but no, I think the MVP of this match was definitely the Candace as my Lopunny. Guys, just for a change, I'm actually going to upload this as a two-parter instead of just having the team builder. That's because I want you guys to be able to see the battle, and then I want to do a team builder after. This is what I know. Wyatt was pretty impressed with the sets, and he was pretty happy to see. There was a bit of it. There was a DC in the game a bit earlier. I think it was around about turn 11, but Moose was a really good sport and continued the game there. It would have really sucked to lose by DC, but alas, poor Yorick. We were victorious over the greatest Canadian we know besides Simia. And, Moose said GG, Moose sent me a snap after the game like, bruh, I don't know where I am. I've just got some McDonald's, and I was like, Moose, enjoy your Maccas and have a nice sleep. So, GG to Moose, one of the better friends in the FBL. He definitely was a close game. You can't blame Moose. You lose 2-0 when you're banked down, when you're tipsy. I don't think, man, like, you really can't just fault him, because like if I was tipsy, I'd probably make about 30 misplays. I don't think he made one. I think really just the Amoonguss, the Lopunny caught him really off guard, and it was such a nice sort of strat. Like it just dealt so much damage to everything. Entrainment was good. It was definitely something that I knew that during configuring would have been made redundant, but Roshan and all the boys in the Horse League Ubers chat that said that Mega Lopunny is not a counter to the Configurigus. You've been proven wrong, laddies. Alright guys, until next time, in the Flying Bird. There may be constant content, there may not be, just depends on my week and stuff like that. As always guys, let me know what you think. Thank you as always, and bye bye.